little bit of a grind, especially when you come in and work out for 8 months straight and go through the rehab process. And I think for me, the best thing is going to be like just getting out there and playing. And I feel like I'm going to feel like myself, and that's how I felt when I was in camp in December. So, it's an interesting situation because, like I said, it wasn't like a long-term thing where it was like you're going to be out for 6 months. It was kind of like the soft tissue injuries, and that's almost sometimes more of a mental battle because you don't really have a timeline of when you're going to be ready and when you're going to be back to 5-on-5 and then dealing with the ankle injury.
Welcome everybody to the Sports Culture, all things sports. It's Jay Banfo, and we got to talk about Caitlin Clark. But before we get into that, like, comment, share, subscribe, and thanks for your support. So Caitlin Clark is someone that I haven't covered in months, and that's because she's missed most of last WNBA season with an injury. But now that she's fully healthy and is back to playing basketball, I must admit, I'm very excited to see what she has in store this season. Now, we all know about the drama surrounding the WNBA negotiations for a new contract, and I never really wanted to cover it. Those negotiations have been extremely messy, and whenever I discuss the WNBA, my intent is to focus more so on the game on the court. And that's not to say I will never cover the off the court drama that happens in that league, because I will 100% cover it. But for the negotiation purposes, I'll leave that to the experts. Now, the WNBA season hasn't started yet, but the 2026 FIBA World Cup qualifying games have. And that's where Caitlin Clark has been, representing the US of A. So, to put everything into perspective, Caitlin Clark hasn't played a professional game in over 230 days. But in her first game versus Senegal, she looked like she didn't miss a beat. In that game, she finished with 17 points and 12 assists in only 19 minutes. And she did this off the bench, which is just crazy to even think about. Team USA head coach Carol Lawson called her one of the most dynamic playmakers in the world, and the stats back it up. Now, Team USA is full of all-stars with Angel Reese, Paige Beckers, and Chelsea Gray, just to name a few. As a scoring point guard, Caitlin Clark will always look to get her team involved, which is why she leads the squad in assists. But not only does she lead the team in assists, but she also leads in scoring at 12.8 points per game, true shooting at 86.9%, and has a team high plus minus at 26.7. Ladies and gentlemen, Caitlin Clark is back, and she has a major point to prove. Remember when Team USA left Caitlin Clark off the Olympic team?
I'm excited for the girls that are on the team. I know it's the most competitive team in the world, and I know it could have gone either way of me being on the team, me not being on the team. So, I'm excited for them. I'm going to be rooting them on to win gold. I was a kid that grew up watching the Olympics, so it'll be.
At the time, it was crazy and disrespectful to leave her off the team. And the more I think about it, politics was the main reason why she was left off. But regardless of all of that, it's just good to see her back on the court and thriving on the world stage. She will 100% be on the next Olympic team in 2028. And this is just a small taste of what's to expect this WNBA season. Now, if Caitlin Clark is healthy all season, my expectations is for her to win the MVP. She has all of the ability in the world, and she's just going to get better as she matures. But I know my opinion is not the end all be all, so let me know in the comments, will she be the MVP of the league this season, or will she regress as a player? Now, with that being said, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.